Alright, hello everyone. So, we have the trailer. This time around I'm actually going to have the accurate stats instead of using calculated stat for Hector, since we actually know them, as they have been data mined, and I'm going to refer to a few things concerning those units. So, this is going to be a bit more analytic than what I did with Sages. If you do want to see my first reaction and first thoughts about most units, I'm going to just leave that in the description below. This is meant to be more of a quick video as a kind of a first impression or second impression, I guess in this case, of the units. Since a lot of people, especially on my Discord, have been asking me how I feel about the units as a whole. So, let's get started. Doot! Doot doot! Hoot! God damn it, Chaz.
I am Veronica. However, I am different than the Veronica you know.
Gotta put an excuse for not joining. Alright, so Leoskialf, I guess is how you're supposed to pronounce this shit? Or Lidskialf. That might also be how you're supposed to pronounce it. I have no fucking idea. Honestly, let's just get to what it does. Recover Plus is really good on her, and Lidskialf is also fantastic. It's basically Peshkaz with built-in wind sweep / water sweep, but you can still double. Which is very possible because she has a base of 36 speed, which is fantastic, to say the least. Windfire Balm is insane. 6 attack and 6 speed to every allies. Our weapon do not increase the charge count to 2. You can run Quicken Pulse and then you just have it instantly. It is very good. It's basically like just own cav, etc., but for fucking everything with no restriction whatsoever. This is what bomb skill should have been to begin with. This is what fucking bomb skill should have been to begin with. This is extremely helpful. And she has Raffle Staff to begin with. I mean, that was kind of a given. Close Guard is quite literally Distant Guard, but better. Not just in Arena, but also outside, because melee units are more present than ranged ones. So, this is definitely a really good unit. I would say she's probably in the top 2 when it comes down to this banner, in my opinion. Maybe even top 1, purely because she brings something to the table. More on that, on the other characters. But it's really solid. Her stat spread has not been done before for healers. She has even defense and res, meaning even if you were to change her weapon to something else, it wouldn't matter. Dazzling Staff is not required for her whatsoever. For dragons, if you have like something as simple as Fortify Cav, you can tank a lot of the dragons actually, and still double, and most likely kill. The more you know. This is also our second unit with Raffle Staff that's going to join the pool. Damn right it is. Recover is probably the best staff when it comes down to straight up healing. Martyr is better if you want to just tank hits, because then you can actually heal yourself without live to serve. But overall, this is really solid. So, yeah. Moving on. I don't think I have to explain why Peshkaz is amazing on her. She basically trumps every single Dagger unit of the game by herself. That is insane. She looks adorable as well.
I'm with you.
I do hope her quotes are not boring, because from what she says, she's like, I'm one from another world. I hope it's going to just be in line with the character, because what I like about Veronica as a whole is she's like, I just want to have friends, I just want to have people around me. Basically, she just wants to be cherished and hugged, essentially. Oh boy, here comes Ephraim. Whoa. I wonder what it's gonna be like. Ooh, he stole our mask from Hector. Alright, so he also does not have a single unique passive, which is pretty much the only thing differentiating the number 1 to number 2. But he's still pretty solid. One thing to note is he comes with 174 BST. If you get Rest Plus, that's a super boon. You hit 175 BST. So this is the 4th unit of the entire game to be able to do so with a legendary weapon. So, literally the best scoring unit of the game. Also, I just want to point out, no BST increase this year. Thank the fucking Lord! That was a mistake the first year. That was a fucking mistake. Anyway, Special Fighter. It's basically follow-up ring, but instead of granting double at all time, it basically gives you guard and guard 5, and also gives you like an extra charge from Bullfighter 2 at the same HP threshold, but does not give you the follow-up attack. So it's kind of bad for a B slot, because the entire good thing that this has essentially is just, oh look, if I double, I can actually fuck up stuff like Bullfighter Zelgus or Steady Brev Zelgus. That's cool. Except when you realize that he has Garm. Garm is what makes this weapon amazing, because all he needs is a buff. Rally, own, extra movement, just like his fucking Armor March, which he has to begin with. Literally anything counts. He just gets a follow-up. And a lot of people have been criticizing him for having too much speed. I would like to point out something very simple, okay? Bolt Fighter makes stuff like Lecter's Axe a speed check. If you find a speed minus Lecter, you'll be able to double him through his axe. And a few other units are like this as well. The fact that he has an extra bit of speed actually matters in a few encounters. So I wouldn't actually go for speed minus. If anything, HP minus is probably the best bane. Moving on. Smash.
No time to waste.
Why do you have Draconic Aura? Bonfire would be more damage. Whatever. Warrior Chan Princess.
This sword is a curious one. It can be wielded by royalty alone.
Alright, so I want to point out one thing. Our art is basically based on the Gaiden art, but given a new look, essentially. Which is actually pretty cool. Death Blow 4 is inheritable, boys, and it's a 300 SP scale. Yes, let that sink in. I also want to point out Double Lion is very likely to be another 300 SP skill. Yeah, goddamn. And they're both absolutely amazing on her. She also has Gale Force, which works well with Royal Sword. If your unit is within 2 space of an ally, grant unit special cooldown charge +1 per unit. Yeah, only highest value applied does not stack, so basically it does not stack with Heavy Blade and such. This is fantastic, actually, because this allows her to just proc Gale Force like it's nothing. She also has 49 attack, so with Death Blow 4 that's 57. That's without buffs, that's without a seal, that's just straight up insane. Attack tactic, attack +3, and you have 66 attack with a fucking quad weapon, except you also have 39 speed to top it off. Alright. She hits like a truck. She's basically better Reinhardt. Sword Art, as people like to call him. She's actually insane. 42 base speed is insane.
Your feelings give me strength.
Your bonds give me strength! Alright. Brave warrior, you're.
Dying while I'm around. Not a chance.
Maltet. The fuck kind of name is that? Wasn't it Mallet? Whatever. Accelerate special trigger if unit's HP is over 50%. Info initiates combat unit, makes a guaranteed follow-up. I do not understand this. The reason why I say I do not understand this is because he has also Bolt Fighter. So what you're saying to me is essentially they run two things that basically do the same. I guess I can understand why they did this, because that way, even if you run Lancebreaker, you're just going to completely ignore it. Which is so dumb. You're still gonna double them, regardless if your speed is lower or not. This is dumb. Austere counter is also insane. Oh, and 174 BST, 175 is Def Plus. Moving on. So, yeah. And even Res Wave made me go like, what are you trying to pull? He has 28 Res. He has 28 Res. 34 with this thing active. And 39 Def. So, I guess better Gwen when it comes down to bulk now? Alright. Seems good. So yeah, that's fun. He's definitely going to be really good. And the fact that he will always double, the fact that Ignis becomes a 3 cooldown, which means you get attack proc Ignis immediately, is insane. Especially with like Lancebreaker being around, it doesn't even matter if the enemy has Lancebreaker, you're just going to double and proc. They're fucked. They can't do anything about it. So, yeah. Goddamn. All of those units are really solid, though I will say if you want all the units, just summon on the actual banner. Make sure, just look at like appearance rate. If it's the one with 100%, do not summon. Summon all 4, and when you get 3 out of 4, free summon the last one. That's what I plan on doing myself. I'll be actually streaming my summons tonight. For those who are like actually watching my video at like 2 AM and are curious. So yeah, gonna leave it at that. As usual, my analysis for this is going to come up later. I wanted to at least have my thoughts out for the most part, and make a more elaborate, what's the fucking word? God damn it. I wanted to at least have my thoughts out for before the banner came out, for the people who are curious. Enough, anyway. So, yeah. As usual, my Discord will be in the description below. So, yeah. Have a good one, Hal. If I could just find my goddamn OBS.